We have breaking news. CBS News has learned that several Americans were able to evacuate, and more are expected to depart in the coming days as part of the first group of injured evacuees to leave Gaza through the Rafah crossing. President Biden took to social media to discuss his administration's efforts, saying, quote, "Thanks to American leadership, we secured safe passage for wounded Palestinians and for foreign nationals to exit Gaza. We expect American citizens to exit today, and we expect to see more depart over the coming days. We won't let up working to get Americans out of Gaza." This follows the Egyptian government partially opening the border crossing to receive injured Palestinians in need of additional aid. They are also allowing several hundred foreign passport holders to evacuate. The evacuations coincide with Israel ramping up its airstrikes and ground invasion in northern Gaza. Israel struck the Jabalia refugee camp for the second time in 2 days. The area is home to more than 100,000 Palestinians. Israel says yesterday's strike killed a Hamas leader and destroyed underground tunnels used by the militant group. Hamas says dozens of Palestinian civilians were killed in the blast. CBS News has not independently confirmed these figures. We want to bring in CBS News contributor Robert Berger, who joins us from Jerusalem. Robert, always great to see you. What can you tell us about the situation unfolding at the Rafah crossing?
Well, this is something of a breakthrough because the border crossing has been closed to civilians since the beginning of the war more than 3 weeks ago. And it's been difficult negotiations to try and get it open. Of course, the U.S. wants to see the release of some 400 Palestinian Americans who have been trapped around the border area since the beginning of the war. We do know that, as you mentioned, 4 Americans coming out today. And in addition to that, about 400 people made it out today, people with dual passports, along with dozens of ambulances bringing wounded people across the border for the first time to a makeshift hospital that's been established on the Egyptian side of the border to ease the pressure on the Gaza hospitals, which are understaffed and out of fuel and out of medicine.
Robert, diplomatic sources tell CBS News that Qatar has mediated an agreement between Israel, Hamas, and Egypt in coordination with the U.S. to allow limited evacuations from the besieged territory. What more do we know about that deal?
Well, Qatar has emerged as a key mediator in this war. It did play a key role now in getting the border opened for these foreign nationals to start getting out. And Qatar, the reason is that Qatar has good relations with all the parties, which would mean Egypt, Hamas, Israel, and of course the United States. So, and they're also playing a key role in trying to get the 240 hostages being held by Hamas out of Gaza.
And Robert, Israel has struck the same refugee camp it hit yesterday in a new airstrike. What's the latest on the rest of the fighting in the north?
Well, in the northern part of Gaza, yes, we do know about a second hit on the Jabalia camp, though. You know, in the fog of war, we really don't have a lot of details. Big story yesterday when they bombed this house and killed a top Hamas commander that the Israelis say was behind played a major role in the October 7th terrorist attack that started this war. Probably today it was more of the same, targeting tunnels there in northern Gaza. And what we're hearing is that Israeli ground forces now are at the gates of Gaza City, which is really the headquarters of Hamas.
All right, Robert Berger reporting from Jerusalem for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.